Rakti Yahweh, Rakti Yahweh Shai, Rakti Yahweh, Rakti Yahweh Shai, Rakti Yahweh, Rakti Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of GreatMillStone. On you obviously be pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is going to be a video. I'm going to call this one Don't Lose Sight of the Bigger Picture. And basically this video is this particular podcast, this particular video is going into premises, distractions, but more importantly, not forgetting what the Most High basically set up in motion, which is that this place you call Babylon is going to be done away with, and pretty much how the Lord set it up, or basically this place. If you check out what the spiritual demon said, Satan said to the Lord, he basically said something to the effect of that these are the realms that he was going to give him, but it was going to be a realm, okay, a kingdom, if you will, that was going to be there forever, and that was going to be the Lord's. But basically, he got tempted. Yahweh got tempted with all of this, the Assyrian Empire, whatever. Not the Assyrians, because the Assyrians had come before, but basically, all of how you have it now. Okay, this is what he was tempted with, and the Lord didn't lose sight of the mission. Okay, and then you lose sight of the mission, you didn't lose sight of the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is pretty much the Most High's way, like he said his word. It ain't going to go out there void, and he was going to do away with Babylon, pretty much. Okay, so let me start here with Micah 2:10. It says there, arise, ye depart, for this is not your rest, it is polluted, and it shall destroy you even with soul destruction. So if you check out the scenario, okay, this place is littered with all kinds of pollution, okay, for your spirit, okay, for your mind, okay, your soul, whatever you want to call it. All right, basically the situation ain't good for any aspect of your being, and the more you get invested in it financially, emotionally, the more it was going to destroy you. Just like how Lot's wife was destroyed. Okay, she lost it because what? Because she was too invested in the place that she was at. Okay, but that's why the precepts say what the precepts say. It's pretty much the precepts were like a warning, if you will, of the potential hazards. Okay, these are the hazard lights, and that statement, the hazard light, makes me remember like the truth was going to be in these dark times. It was going to be like a light on top of a hill. All right, and you were supposed to be what? You were supposed to be drawn to the light, to the information, to the end that you see through the darkness. And the darkness, like it says in Isaiah, it says gross darkness shall cover the earth, etc., etc. That's what you're going to be weary of, because the darkness is damn near like an all-consuming fire, man. Okay, then let me get this secondary precept. I'm just going with the flow. I ain't got no particular precept set up. I got a point. I'm just going to go with a particular, the relevant, the precepts I think is relevant to that point. So let me get this one prepared. So, like I said, don't lose sight of the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is all about what? The outside coming back, like it says in Revelations, with many-fold crowns upon his head that he was going to distribute amongst his men, and that's going to be a beautiful thing. But if you don't make it to that point because you get consumed by some distraction, whether it be your kids, your family, your business, your work, man, you gotta have these things in a state where it's kind of impartial, man. Whether you have children, there's a thing out there. I mean, a lot of brothers used to listen to the hip hop and the rap before they came into this thing, but they forget some of the words that were said in there. Because yeah, of course, you're supposed to forget all of that nonsense. There was a thing that they used to have out there within the so-called hip hop game. That's what the money becomes before what? Everything, right? Or if you take that same analogy and you apply it to the truth, well, the truth's supposed to come before what? Before everything. Okay, so you ain't supposed to prioritize certain distractions, and it is a distraction, because if you see, whether it be your kids or whether it be your your wife, or whatever. For the most part, they're in the world, man. They're in the world. I mean, your son, if he comes up on an age and he's into the truth, then you would hope that the Most High would have mercy on him. But the reality of the situation is, you can't guarantee his ticket out of here. You kind of out here on your own, man. Hell, you might have a so-called best friend in this truth, and the geezer might drop the hell out. Okay, you might drop the hell out. So you gotta put things into perspective, man. The word really is the only thing you have. Okay, and once you understand that, that's when you're gonna be on a better mindset of thinking. Okay, when you prioritize the precepts, the understanding, and and definitely the teaching thereof, the understanding, because like it says that what the job is a hefty job, but the laborers are few. Meaning there's a lot of guys out here that needs to come into the thing, but you don't really have a whole bunch of people looking to do the job, man. Okay, because it's a hefty burden. This is a burdensome weight. All right, but if you remember that there's a reward, and two, there is also a punishment for you if you don't do this work, man. If you don't do this labor. Remember what it says in Ezekiel. The Lord sent out particular watchmen. If the watchman don't really do his job, when the people he's supposed to be watching get destroyed, and he'll be a wicked dude, but that blood is going to be required off of that watchman's hands. The book of Daniel 2:44 says, and these are the kings, in the days of these kings shall the Most High set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and shall not be left to other people, but shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms and shall stand forever. So that's really the bigger picture, man. Okay, that there is something that's coming, that's going to be set up, it's going to be set up forever. Then shouldn't you be invested in that? Okay, here it is, basically it's like a stock, okay, or a financial investment. All right, you want a financial investment that's going to last forever or carry on appreciating forever. Well, this is what this is all about. Okay, this is a time, okay, or a burden, okay, a damn near like a curse sometimes. But at the end of the day, that's the requirement. Okay, like you have a business, you might get a business loan, and that could be a hefty loan. But at the end of the day, you would hope that the investment you got would appreciate into something that's long-standing, like a legacy. And this is like a legacy. This is like a legacy precept. Okay, this is a legacy precept, because when you're reading this, you should be thinking about a legacy. Huh? All right, how you was gonna be. Because the scripture they do talk about the fame that the different prophets is gonna get. Okay, that's gonna make it. So you're supposed to be thinking about that legacy. All right, not distracted by the fickle, and I do mean fickle. All right, the fickle legacy. Okay, that's within this realm. All right, you might have once you get up in age, then you really realize how fickle this. I'm not saying I'm up in age, but when you was in school, it was the popular kids, but guess what? That popularity that they had was fickle. Now they're 20, 22. Them dudes ain't rolling like that, or they might have been great at sports or whatever. Okay, nobody's really thinking about that right now. Okay, there's a bigger thing, like I said, there's a bigger fish to swim. That's a joke, by the way. Okay, you got bigger fish to fry. Okay, so you're talking about legacy, but this is a legacy precept there, and this legacy is gonna be forever and ever and ever. And that's ultimately part of the bigger picture. Now let me give one more precept. Doth make war, and I think this is in the book of Revelations. The book of Revelations 19 and 11 says, and I saw heavens open, and behold, there was a white horse, and this is representative of the power, which is a horse, and white is righteousness. That's Yahushai. Okay, and it says, and he that sat there on it was called faithful and true and righteousness. So wait, hold on a minute. You got guys out there that pretty much ignore the name. Well, hold on a minute. According to their doctrine, you're supposed to call the Lord by this name, right? And it says, faithful and true, and in righteousness doth he judge and make war. Okay, and his eyes. So he's gonna come and he's gonna unleash a certain righteous war. Okay, the indignation upon the enemies of Jacob. Okay, Jacob. All right, the book of Zechariah 2 and 8. And he goes here, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and his name was written, and he had a name written that no man knew. So pretty much he's going to distribute those crowns unto his men, which, like I said, that's the bigger picture that you must not get distracted away from. You want to get one of those crowns, man. You want to get one of those crowns, because that's going to be a legacy for an eternity. All right, so with that, I'm going to say, praise Zante Abbas, now Shai War, God, the Dash, the Mona Zante, Apostle, the Great Millstone. Honestly, brothers, the truth in sincerity. Shalom.